What is up, everybody? Coming back at you with another video on the channel. And today we're going to check out what I consider the current holy trinity of Grails. These are, in my opinion alone, the three production knife top Grails to get a hold of right now. Now, this is going to vary widely from person to person. But this is my opinion, and let's get right into it. So let's start out here with a classic. Let me wipe this down for you guys. This is the Koenig Arius Gen 4 non-flipper. So this one, obviously, no flipper tab. Pull this up a little bit here. No flipper tab, but you do get a very nice finger choil there, and it chokes up incredibly well. I have been looking at flipper tab models just where I'm a lefty. I have to get on the clip down here, which I can reverse flick it, no problem. And the way I'm doing this lefty is I'm getting in the top of the hole here. I can't really show you, can I? I'm getting in the very top of the hole because to get your finger in down low, it's kind of a weird position. I can do it, but I'm grabbing the top of that hole with the meat of my finger, not my nail, and getting a nice solid reverse flick there. That's just what works for me, and it works pretty well. I can pretty much do it without fail at this point. Can't really get up here like I want to because of that lock bar. I mean, you can fall back on it. Now, right-handed, I just come in with a standard flick right there. Some people, they'll grab the clip and do that weird, I call it the boomer flick. But anyways, this version is M390. This is Gen 4 Batch 5, I think. They're on like Gen 4 Batch 10 right now. Grabbed this one from USA Made Blade, just popped on the site. There it was. This one is not patterned. It's what I would call a plain Jane. These run about $7.15 in the plain Jane. They had it textured for around $840, somewhere like that. It's about 100 more if you went for the textured version. I had just missed out on a Hinderer drop on DLT, so when I saw these, I saw the textured and I saw this one. I was like, well, let me just try to get this one. I should have went for the textured, but what are you going to do? Action is bananas on this thing. This is a really good test here. The drop, I'm going to do the break and do the drop as soon as you get past the detent. It does need a little tap, but it'll drop from about right here up. But anywhere from 90 degrees, I mean, it's just butter. And this thing is locked up tight. Zero blade play, zero lock rock. Only complaint on this knife is there is just the tiniest bit of detent lash, but it's really not an issue at all. Not something. Detent lash for me is one of those nitpicks I never got into. It doesn't really bother me as long as the detent's good. So that is the Koenig Arius. Next, this one, a newer version of an older Grail, the CKF Evo 3.0. Obviously, there was the 1.0. These got very popular on the 2.0. Obviously, very hard to get. The pre-order on these is always like a year plus, which is ridiculous. I picked this one up from NC Blade about 2 months ago. They did a drop. They had all sorts of different options. This one I like the most. It's got the dark tie, which actually came with that spot right there. It just really, really bothers me. It is stonewashed, as you can see, but that one spot sticks out and it just bothers the crap out of me. Reverse flick on this thing is fantastic. Now, a great thing about this knife is the lefty reverse flick. And as you can see, I've got a Zirku tie clip on here, which is very nice. It goes with the Damascus pivot collar. The reverse flick on this thing is butter. I can get this big clip some people hate, works really good for me because I can get on that clip pretty high up and do a reverse flick. I mean, I don't know if I get lower than that with the righty flick. So yeah, great for lefties. Came with a full extra set of hardware, an extra pivot. It's got some crazy dual row ball bearings. Be careful if you take it apart. The little ball bearings do just come out. But yes, this one came with the zirconium backspacer, Damascus pivot collar, and then I added the Zircuti backspacer to complete the package. Hand satin M390 hollow ground blade. Forgot to mention this is hollow ground as well. So same blade stills here. And the action on this one, I just actually disassembled it and retuned it yesterday. Oh man, as soon as you break that detent, you let it go. Oh yeah. So after reassembling and retuning, I do think the action's a little better on the CKF. It's more of a free fall, and it's dangerous. The corner of this blade will get you. So that is the second knife. Now, these two probably won't be very hotly contested. These are two standard Grails here. The third one is where things get a little iffy. So this is a newer company, McNeese Mac 2 3.5 with the new hollow grind. So this one is in CPM Magna Cut, the hot new steel everyone's coming out with now. And I've really liked Magna Cut so far. I'm not a heavy user, but I will tell you this thing came hair-splitting sharp. And it's not that it's that sharp, it's the bite. The way the edge bites, it just grabs and it sticks. That might sound weird to some people, but if you're familiar with edge geometry and sharpening knives, I think you'll get what I'm saying. So this one and the Koenig, both made and manufactured in America, which I do like. That's not it's cool they do that, and I love to see it, but I'm not one of those anti-Chinese guys. Most people be like, oh, I won't buy a China knife. Dude, you type this on your Chinese-made phone. Just stop, man. Everything you're wearing probably came from China, It's good to support American businesses, but to hate a product just because it came from China, I don't know. Anyways, so this knife is new to me. This was the hardest one to get. I tried for longer to get this one. The markup on eBay on this one is one of the highest. And I really do like it. It's just a thumb stud deployer. It's got steel bearings. But the thing with it is the action. It's just buttery smooth, falls shut, zero blade play, zero lock rock, locked up like a tank, but you still get that action. Now these are made down in Alabama. I got this one from River's Edge Cutlery. I had missed a DLT drop once again, but I clicked on River's Edge the next day and they did their drop and I got one. Very pumped about it. Yeah, just everything about this knife is fantastic. The fit and finish, locks up like a tank. I did pick up an aftermarket, well, it's not aftermarket, it's made by McNeese. The knife came with standoff, so I picked up this geared backspacer to really, add a notch to it. I forgot pricing. This one comes in at $730, same price. This came in at $500. With the backspacer, $550. So significantly less, but the quality is absolutely there. So these are, in my opinion, the top 3 Grails to get at the moment for production fidgety pocket knives. Some people might think the Hawk Deadlock. Some people might say Hinderer. I think these are a little higher than a Hinderer, which I do have Hinderers. I've got Hinderers. I've got Chris Reeve knives. I'm talking about knives that are almost impossible to get. Like they did this drop of these, and who knows when they're going to do another one. They do a lot of Arius drops, but they're still very, very hard to get. I've only came across one in stock one other time, and that was on Knife Center, and they sold out. And guys, I check a lot of the knife pages multiple times a day, especially around noon to 1 when a lot of places do drops. And these, golly, I tried for months to get one of these. The drops are few and far between where they're made in America, and just small batch. So, in your opinion, which one is the best? Which one wins? That's a hard decision for me. I like the reverse flick aspect of these two. For me, it's probably the Arius. The Arius, in my opinion, is just a step above everything else. If you've never handled one, you got to get one to understand just everything about this knife. It's like it's from the future. I don't know. It's hard to explain. That's absolutely it. I do love this 3.0 crazy looking knife. Great action, but it's just not on the level of the Arius. Now, fit and finish wise, this knife is there. In my opinion, you can tell it's more of a small batch type knife, more probably hand fit and finish to it. But being just a thumb stud knife, for me, it's hard to pick it as the winner. So probably Arius, this, then the CKF. CKF might do higher if it didn't come with those dang scratches on it. It just bothered the shit out of me. But anyways, there it is. My video on the top 3 Grails for February 2023. Strider who? No, we ain't talking about Strider. So comment below, what's your Grail? What's your top 3? Appreciate you guys watching, and have yourself a great day.